Hello dear students, welcome to our English class. My name is Tatyana Butorac and I will be your teacher today. The topic of today's lesson is about conflicts and how to solve them. This lesson is for grade 8. I hope you enjoy the time we spend together today. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to name different idioms regarding the topic resolving conflicts. You will also be able to name different ways of how to resolve conflicts at school, and you will be able to write a short dialogue regarding this topic. For today's lesson, you will need the following: a notebook and a pen or pencil, a laptop, a tablet, or a mobile phone, and strong internet connection. Bear in mind that you can pause and play this video lesson if you find it necessary to do so. You can also always work at your own pace. Children, are you ready? All right, then let's begin with our lesson. What do you think of when you see these pictures? Here's the first one. Any thoughts? Okay, here's one more that can help you. And here's another one. Oh, I see that you already have plenty of ideas. And picture number 4. Okay, so what have you thought of? Fights, arguments, anything else maybe? Yes, that's right, conflicts. All right, children, I think we can all agree that no one likes conflict. But why is that so? Think for a moment. Look at the emojis. Maybe they can help you answer my question. So let's hear your answers. That's right. A conflict is unpleasant. It makes you feel sad, frustrated, uncomfortable, angry. A conflict is extremely stressful. So what can we do about it? I agree completely. The answer is resolve a conflict. Good thinking. Now, children, as you are probably aware of, we experience conflicts in our day-to-day lives. We have conflicts with our family members, with our friends, at work, at school, practically everywhere. They're often inevitable. Inevitable means cannot be avoided. Neizbježan. Now, we just mentioned to resolve a conflict. What does that mean? Or in other words, what is conflict resolution? Please pause the video lesson. Open your notebooks. Copy these 2 questions in your notebooks. Answer them. All right. Now, let's hear your answers. Excellent. Great ideas. Well, here is what I've got. Conflict resolution is a way for 2 or more people to find a peaceful solution to a certain disagreement among them. Please copy this in your notebooks as well. All right, children, here's one more question for you. How to resolve a conflict? We know it's necessary, but it isn't always easy. Please pause the video lesson and copy this question in your notebooks. Think for a moment. Write down your ideas and suggestions. All right, now let's see what you've come up with. Number 1, yes, when a conflict appears, don't avoid or pretend nothing has happened. Unfortunately, many people do that. Number two, talk about the conflict. Find a private place to talk. Excellent advice. And number three, exactly. Listen carefully. Don't interrupt while the other person is talking. That's very important. Anything else? Number four, find an agreement. Great. And have you got anything else maybe? Yes, finally. Be ready to forgive. Now, this is not always easy. Excellent suggestions, excellent pieces of advice. You can add some of these suggestions or pieces of advice in your notebooks if you haven't written them. And now, let's focus on conflicts at school. I'm sure you're well aware of them and perhaps encounter them on a daily basis. Conflicts can happen inside and outside the school building. I'm talking about deliberately disrupting the classroom. Now, which activities refer to deliberately disrupting the classroom? Now, let's see. Number one, exactly, being constantly late. Number two, yes, being unprepared for class. Number three, exactly, causing a scene. Number four, right, being impolite. And number five, correct, having leisure conversations during class. Now, all these activities disrupt the classroom and can cause a conflict. That is why we must definitely try to avoid them. Dear students, in my opinion, it is important for you to be able to resolve conflicts on your own, instead of relying on adults every time something happens. That is why you're going to watch a short 2-minute video that will show you different strategies that will help you solve conflicts with other children. Before that, I would like you to pause this video lesson and copy the questions in your notebook. You will be able to answer them after watching the short video. The questions are: what is teaching children how to resolve their problems an important part of? Number 2, name the strategies that can help teach children to resolve their own conflicts. Number 3, which strategy do you find most useful? Why? Before watching, please copy this bit.ly link in your browser or scan the QR code. You can now begin watching the short video. All right, it's time to check your answers. Question number 1 was, what is teaching children how to resolve their problems an important part of? Exactly. It is an important part of their social and emotional growth. Question number 2, name the strategies that can help teach children to resolve their conflicts. So there are 5 strategies: the size of the problem, a pathway to peace, a little help from friends, developing empathy, and tallying up the positives and the negatives. And question number 3 was, which strategy do you find most useful and why? I can see that you all have different strategies that you like. I personally agree with a pathway to peace and tallying up the positives and negatives because they can give best results when trying to solve a conflict. Dear students, I need you to pause the video lesson once again. Please read the sentences you see. Read them carefully. Focus on the idioms that are bolded. Shall we read the sentences together? Let's begin. All hell broke loose when they informed us that they had given us a lower grade than the others. The situation was already uncomfortable, and inviting him to the party only added fuel to the fire. My brother said that he had a bone to pick with her about the decision she had made. I arranged for all of us to meet so we could clear the air after the discussion we had just had at school. He is so difficult to study with, since he always goes against the stream. I decided to let bygones be bygones and finish the project with my classmate. We have finally reached an agreement, and it's time for you to let sleeping dogs lie. There has been bad blood between the schools for ages because of the prize. I can't believe what they've done. I'm going straight over there to give them a piece of my mind. My parents hope this doesn't happen again. Otherwise, they will definitely be locking horns with you. The girls have been at each other's throats because of that problem in the classroom. Dear students, as you can see, in the left column, we have the idioms that we read in the previous sentences. These idioms are used when we talk about conflict. Number 1, all hell broke loose. Number 2, to add fuel to the fire. Number 3, to have a bone to pick. Number 4, to clear the air. Number 5, to go against the stream or to go against the tide. Number 6, to let bygones be bygones. Number 7, to let sleeping dogs lie. Number 8, bad blood. Number 9, to give someone a piece of your mind. Number 10, to lock horns. Number 11, at each other's throats. In the right column, we have the explanations of the idioms. A, to engage in conflict. B, arguing angrily. C, to get rid of bad feelings between people. D, a violent activity that suddenly begins. E, to make a conflict or a bad situation worse. F, to tell someone why you are angry with that person. G, to want to talk to someone about something annoying they have done. H, feelings of hate between people. I, to warn someone not to talk about a bad situation that most people have forgotten about. J, to forget about past causes of conflict and be reconciled. K, not follow what everyone else is doing. Please, pause the video lesson one more time. Copy the idioms in your notebooks and then match them to their correct explanations. Now let's check your answers. Ready? Here they are. 1D, 2E, 3G, 4C, 5K, 6J, 7I, 8H, 9F, 10A, 11B. Excellent! You've done a great job. Congratulations. Dear students, please pause the video lesson so you can read the dialogue between Patrick and Kate. Read it carefully. Let's read it together. Hi, Kate, what's wrong? Don't ask. All hell broke loose at school on Thursday. Mr. Stevenson and Mike got into an argument during class. Mr. Stevenson told Mike that he wasn't doing his best. Mark was furious since he's been studying at home until 10 p.m. every day for the past week. Now they've been at each other's throats during the last couple of days. I can't stand it any longer. That sounds terrible. What are you going to do? I really don't know. Ms. Anderson also got involved in the conflict by confirming Mr. Stevenson's remark. She only added fuel to the fire. Why did she do that? Who knows? I just want to go to her and give her a piece of my mind about what she said. I know for sure that something must be done to resolve this conflict. Dear children, how can Kate help resolve the conflict? Please help me. Have you got any ideas? Excellent. Let's hear them. That's right. First of all, they need to talk. Second, they must listen carefully to each other. Exactly. They mustn't interrupt each other while talking. Yes. And finally, they need to forgive each other. Excellent ideas. Thank you for your help. Finally, it's your turn. I would like you to write a short dialogue between two people trying to resolve a conflict. It can be about anything. Use at least 6 idioms about conflicts. Send the dialogue to your teacher. Act it out with your classmates. Have fun. And now, children, it's time for our exit card. Think. Please answer my questions. What idioms did you find most interesting? What ways of resolving conflicts at school do you think are most successful? What did you learn today? This is the end of today's lesson. I hope you had fun. Until next time, good luck with school and take care. Goodbye.